the modern day world as well, people sort of just through time, busyness, see childhood sickness as a inconvenience, and it's not natural, whereas actually it's an important part of development for children to experience fever, not fever. I mean, there are certain tactics and things you can use to assist them, but it's actually part of natural childhood development to experience these diseases, and the more we squash them down and try and eliminate them, I mean, I don't know, there's different theories on this, but people perhaps become more aggressive or violent as teenagers. It's often going to come out if they don't experience that outburst of energy or feeling as a young child. As I said, I mean, I'm not saying you want them, having fevers all the time by no means, but it's actually quite normal and natural and healthy to experience some of these, mild childhood illnesses. They don't need to be.
And I think a lot of people have lost the art of nursing, just ordinary nursing a child.
Stay home with a child in bed immediately sick. No one wants to see the child in pain, but they can go to bed for a few days and their fluids, they don't have to live on gallons of panel, there's other things you can do. And instead just educating perhaps yourself around those sorts of things, about alternatives you can do to support. So you're empowered. It's educating the parent, I think, a big part of it these days. Parents don't know what to do other than reach for that bottle or run to the doctor because it is free. So it's all information out there that you can do.
So we would need to find out how much of that.
Well, this is the lady that
Sandy,
probably put you in touch with someone.
Quite sure.
Someone that knows about children.
Sandy's son was reacted to the MMR vaccine, and he had a really bad reaction and ongoing health issues. And so she was very involved with the IAS back in the 80s, and she collated statistics on. We put out nationwide to get people to let us know reactions and vaccine injuries, and she collated all that, so she has a wealth of knowledge.
I think also with the uprise of neurological types related illnesses or things progressing, it's not just a matter of, I'm a big a real anti-grain person in modern day technology, the amount of grains and fine grains we have in our diet. It's not only that, I think people are sort of trying to connect the links with why this is becoming more prevalent as to what else is it we're doing, what's different, and that's why people possibly are questioning.
Join up with the coffee groups. There is one in the sort of central North Island, and there's a Wellington-based one. But I'm actually from Wanganui originally, and I've still got a lot of family there, and I go back and forth, quite a few times each year. So when I'm down there, keep in touch, and I'll, we'll make sure that we can at least have a few meetings up. So down while I'm around. I'm Erin. We've got Hibiscus Coast, North Shore, West Auckland, Central Auckland, South Auckland. So
Where are you?
there's quite a few. Yeah. We've only just literally set them up in the last few days. So it's all very much just getting people into each group, and then once we've got sort of a few people in each one, then we can arrange, when and where, and try and sort of find a place and time that suits everybody. So it's going to kind of depend roughly on where everybody is and what suits, but we'll make sure that everybody can come along and we're there in touch with them.
And surely if there's a demand in Palmerston North, then you just start another Facebook page and have a Palmerston North one. And you can charge it.
It's easy.
Now we need that.
You will. Not in 6 months' time.
You're researching.
You reach a book, and that starts you off thinking, and then you perhaps send you on another pathway. Perhaps I'm happy to email and share with some information, and you get in touch with people that do, and before you know it, honestly, it's amazing.
I didn't want to immunise my 3-year-old, but I was scared.
It's fear, lack of knowledge.
And I did, and he's sick. He's just sick all the time.
My daughter's boys are 5 and 19 months, and I had them last night, and I'm interested in what you said, because the younger one had a fever last night, and it was just a matter of, okay, he needs a little bit more TLC, but put him to bed, and he woke up this morning with his dog. I gave him a little bit of belladonna.
Belladonna is brilliant, isn't it? You can honestly have sort of half a dozen simple homeopathic remedies, and you don't have to be a practitioner. And yeah, you've probably heard of Arnica, everyone's heard of Arnica,
Yeah.
but there's numerous other ones.
But she childminds two little boys of very similar ages, and these little boys are constantly ill. They have stomach and gut problems. In fact,
Probably
everything. And I truly believe the older one is Asperger's. He's quite different, and yeah, it's a worry. But I might say I'll give them their mum the thing and say, oh, take them, because she so needs to get them. They're at the doctor all the time. They're on like antibiotics all the time. Yeah. So I'll give her your thing and say, hey, there's this free thing going on. Go and
Free analogy.
yeah.
Angelique, is it Angelique?
Yes.
I'm here with my wife over there.
Yeah.
One thing that really proves the point for me not to vaccinate is the fact that everything that I've researched comes from medical journals and everything, and the wording and the proof is in the medical journals that it's not working. And if you just read any of those, you will find out that that's a fact. And when you go to the doctor, you ask him what's in the vaccine. He won't be able to tell you because he doesn't even know. So how can you, as a medical professional, inject something into somebody you don't even know the ingredients of it? So that's what convinced me, is because I want to know what's going into my kid, and if they can't tell you, then sorry.
I did the same. I started to look what was in them, and I went to the doctors, and I said I didn't know what I was going to do with them. They wanted me to sign this piece of paper that says I'd made an informed decision.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what's the other side of it? Why? What, you know? You're not telling me that. I'm not
Read
signing.
anything. You don't have to sign.
You don't have to sign it.
But if you want to sign it, read it and cross out anything you don't agree with.
Well, I just said to him, look, I'm not signing this.
Yeah,
Because you're
good
not
on you.
telling me the other stuff. You're not telling me where I can get it.
Yeah.
I had a look at the MedSafe, but you know, and that's what started the whole thing. I saw this something telling me to go look at the MedSafe thing, and I started looking at it, and it got me quite frightened. Especially one that said not to be used intravenously, and I was like, what? Are they injecting that? For that more sticks or whatever it was?
No, a friend of mine's little boy got autistic after the MMR, and he has videos of showing how alert the kid is just before it, and then like 3 days after it's just gone, it's just blank. And the thing that also touched me the most is the mercury in some of the vaccines.
Yeah.
And when I tell people, yeah, there's mercury in there, and that's enough proof for me because that's a medical proven, it does damage to the nervous system. So that's enough for me. And they say, yeah, but it's in fish and blah, 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 and a lot of people get away eating fish. Yeah, but you don't inject your kid directly with fish in his bloodstream.
Yeah.
So,
Straight to the eyes.
yeah, that's the kind of stuff that, where there's a smoke, there's a fire, and if they can't do a full disclosure on what's in there and be open and honest about anything, how can you, I don't see the point in trusting something like that, whereas you can, there's, like, they come out with measles outbreaks in the media and stuff like that, and it just seems like we had it when we were little, and before us and for ages, and there was natural ways of curing it, and just be alert on what's the symptoms and treating your child beforehand or while it's going on the correct way, and that will fix it, and immunise him for life. So.
And one of the big things is with chickenpox, which to me is just selling a vaccine on, oh, you'll get scarred. Well, 3 of my kids have their vaccines, their chickenpox scars, and they wear them with pride.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, with it not being in the community all the time, people aren't getting re-exposed, and that's why they're becoming more susceptible to shingles, correct?
Yeah. I don't know how they can use that because I've got a massive scar on my arm from a TB vaccine. So the thing that really got me with, when I did my naturopathic studies is the way that natural infections are acquired. So it normally goes through your respiratory system, and you know, if all your mucosal membranes and everything, all the immune responses gets kicked into gear, and you know, your body's got time to. I'm not preaching to the converted anyway. Yeah, you guys will know. So whereas if you get vaccinated, it just goes straight into your arm. Your respiratory system hasn't been alerted to the fact that there's a pathogen entering. It just gets totally caught off guard. So, and the other thing is as well, when you go for your 6-week vaccinations and all that, you get DTP and you get MMR and you get all that. So it's like 10 or however many diseases all at once. You'd have to have a pretty unlucky day if you're walking around and you get exposed to 10 different diseases. You know, go get your coffee and this guy's got measles, and then you go on your morning break and then this guy's got whooping cough, and then it's a pretty horrible day to actually get exposed to 10 different diseases in one day. So, you know, in nature it just wouldn't happen. So.
And I remember studying, saying actually diseases do have a natural progression, like they come back, and they study that when diseases come about even back early in the days of they go in cycles, and then they'll event even polio. I mean, it's really nasty, but it was actually declining when they brought the vaccine in, and then of course it was on the decline, so then they suddenly said we brought this vaccine, and that's why there's less of it, but it was actually naturally already going out. Hugely. So yeah, it's just
you know the big joke with polio about the pesticides and things, that they couldn't actually ever find the polio virus. It's actually they couldn't you finished reading the book, so you can tell them actually.
Like, there's a lot of evidence that it was just pesticide poisoning.
It was
totally,
as well.
yeah, it was totally against what most other epidemics do. It was most prevalent in summer, when most things are most prevalent in winter. It was most prevalent in areas that had just had heavy spraying over crops and over, you know, apple orchards, that kind of thing. And there were actually doctors in America who looked at that and thought, okay, let's